Welcome back to BlackTideTV and welcome to a brand new series on BlackTideTV called Elite vs. Elite. This is a Call of Duty Advanced Warfare series for the time present. As long as there's no variants in next gen Call of Duty games, this is going to be Call of Duty Advanced Warfare only. And this series, because it's brand new, I'm going to just explain a few rules that I follow in this series to you guys, and we're going to kind of talk about what the series is about before we start this actual video. So Elite versus Elite is where I take two Elite variants of a weapon, no royalty variants, because that's just, those things are fake. They're just the exact same as other variants, just different aesthetics. So we're not going to bother with the royalty variants. We're talking about the two major variants of any weapon in the game. If I've unlocked two Elite variants, I'll probably have a video about it. So it's a side-by-side comparison of the two weapons, and we're going to talk about what they're best at. We're going to talk about what the abilities do, like how they're changed from the base variant. Then we're going to talk about what one's better for which situation, what attachments you should be using on them, and which one is just better overall, and which one you should be looking out for the most. So in this video we're doing the Bal-27, and the two clips that you're seeing are actually, this is all just two games. This is not a collection of my best clips. This is two games that I got back to back. One with the Inferno on Sideshow and one with the Obsidian Steed on Site 244. I didn't vote for any maps. They're just the two maps that popped up. I'm playing Kill Confirmed on both of them. In each video I'll probably switch up the game mode a bit and play something else. Each time it'll always be high action, though. There's not going to be any search and destroy or anything like that. It's going to be high action so you guys can see the weapons in action the entire game. So let's jump into this weapon review. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the weapon statistics on either weapon. So let's start with the Obsidian Steed. Up on screen now you'll see the weapon statistics for the Obsidian Steed. It's got +2 damage, +1 mobility, -1 accuracy, -1 fire rate, and -1 handling. So that's a lot of minuses on this thing. You might be looking at it like, ooh, that's not very good. But it's not actually too bad. The +2 damage is going to make this thing a 3-shot beast across the map. It's going to be ridiculously good at 3-shotting people. This is widely considered to be one of the best guns, if not the best gun in the game. And it's got its name properly. Like it's been named for what it is. It is really good, even after considerable nerfs to this gun. Like, they've nerfed this thing so many times and it's still just amazing at most ranges, at all ranges. It just wrecks everything. Even with all those minuses, there's no real big change with those minuses, but we're going to talk about that when we actually start comparing the weapons in a minute. Up on screen now you'll be seeing the weapon statistics for the Inferno. The Inferno has +1 fire rate, +2 handling, and -3 mobility. So that's going to make this weapon really good at close range, but then not good at close range at all. It depends on how you're going to use it in close range. So the +1 fire rate and the +2 handling are going to give it faster fire rate, obviously, and a tighter hip fire cone. So it's going to be really good for hip fire in close range. So that's its main strength, is going to be in close range, just spraying at enemies. And the -3 mobility, though, it's kind of counteracts it, because mobility is actually your aim down sights time. So -3 mobility, it's going to take forever for you to aim down sights with this gun. So quick draw grip is definitely going to be one of my recommended attachments for this weapon. I never run it without quick draw, except for this video, obviously. And we'll talk about that in the attachments portion of this video. So let's go ahead and start talking about comparing these weapons and how they perform. So the Obsidian Steed I'm a lot more comfortable with using. I love the Obsidian Steed. It's just the best gun in the game. I'm not trying to trick you or anything like that. It's literally the best gun in the game. So if you're looking for a really good elite attachment or elite weapon, elite variant, go for the Obsidian Steed. You get it after hitting Master Prestige 1, Grandmaster Prestige 1, so it's not that hard to accomplish or achieve, or I'm looking for a word, get. It's not that bad to get the Obsidian Steed at the first Grandmaster Prestige. It doesn't take that long, and it's definitely a really good weapon. However, it does have that slower fire rate, and a lot of people don't like how it has a slower fire rate and the -1 accuracy, which is going to give it more kick. However, if you actually put those two factors together, it's going to have the exact same accuracy as the regular Bal, because there's a lot of things that factor into a weapon's accuracy, and that would be fire rate, accuracy itself, and the way that a person like you is controlling the kick. So when you're actually using this weapon, the fire rate and the accuracy counteract each other, because it's a lower fire rate, it's going to be more accurate, and because it's less accuracy, it's going to be less accurate. So they balance each other out, and it's just going to stay the same accuracy as a regular Bal. So if you can control a regular Bal, this should be actually easier to control because the fire rate is slower and the accuracy just counteracts that. So it's not going to be hard to control the kick, as it's not going to be as hard as it should have been if it was just -1 accuracy. So it's very, very controllable. It's a very easy weapon to use. And the other thing that I really like about the Obsidian Steed is that I like its camo. Both, if you'll notice, both weapons, I'm running no camos on them. Just show off actually what the elites look like, because a lot of the elites in this game actually come with their own specialty camo. And the Obsidian Steed definitely has the nicer aesthetics. It's not got that big bored chamber at the end of the barrel or anything like that. So it's very nice. Very nice to look at as well. It's got kind of a goldy pattern on it. It kind of looks like the Master Prestige loadout, the stuff that you get for hitting certain prestige levels. It looks just like that. So it's a really nice camo on the Obsidian Steed. Now let's talk about the Inferno. The Inferno I don't like as much as the Obsidian Steed, and I'll tell you why. That's because this weapon is so counteractive of itself. You need to run a whole bunch of attachments on it to make it any good. You can't. The Obsidian Steed, you can pretty much run bare naked and it will be fine. If you run the Inferno naked, you're gonna have some trouble. You can see, well, I guess you can't see because I used my best clips, but if I had my entire gameplay of the Inferno, I was doing really, really rough at the beginning. Like, it was really bad. And that's just because the Inferno was my first gameplay with the Bal variants for this video, and it was just really rough using the Inferno without attachments. You definitely need a quick draw grip on it. You definitely need extended mags. It's not a really good weapon to be using bare naked, and it's going to take up a lot of your slots to use that weapon. It has a higher fire rate, which is good, but too much of something good can be bad, if you know what I mean. Its fire rate, the Bal's fire rate is the highest fire rate assault rifle in the game, and it actually competes with a lot of it actually competes with the SMGs for fire rate. So it's got a crazy fast fire rate, and when you get that, when you stack even more fire rate on top of that, I find it gets even crazier to control. Unless you're in really close range, it's going to be hard to control that. So I definitely don't like the Inferno as much as the Obsidian Steed, especially because you need a quick draw grip. Like, I don't care what you're running on this gun, you absolutely need a quick draw grip no matter what, because the -3 mobility, it aims down sights almost as slow as an LMG. It's ridiculously slow, especially when you're using this thing where it's supposed to be good in close range. Then it's not good in close range because it takes so long to zoom in. So it's not a very well thought out weapon, and you definitely need to be running certain attachments. So let's talk about the attachments that you need for either weapon. For the Obsidian Steed, I'd recommend you use a foregrip. Other than that, you don't need anything special because it's just a really good weapon. For the Inferno, you need extended mags because you're just going to waste through your ammo shooting that fast, and you're definitely going to need quick draw as well. You could use a foregrip on that. That's what I usually run as well, because the kick is just crazy because the fire rate's up. So you could use those 3 attachments. For my overall feel, the Obsidian Steed definitely gets the edge here. The Obsidian Steed is so much better. It's just a 3-shot kill across the map. It doesn't require as many attachments, and it's just amazing. It's the best gun in the game. Like, you cannot argue that it's an amazing weapon. Maybe the Speakeasy might be better, the ASM1 Speakeasy, but the Bal-27 Obsidian Steed is by far one of the best weapons that's ever been in a Call of Duty game ever. So make sure you're running the Obsidian Steed if you have it. Don't waste it in your armory. If you have the Inferno and you like the Inferno, let me know why you like it down in the comment section down below. Tell me which one you think would win. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and as always, guys, hit that big red subscribe button if you haven't already, and look forward to more Elite versus Elite Elite versus Elite videos. Yeah, videos in the future. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you all on my next video.